September 30th, 1862, Berlin, Prussia. Otto von Bismarck stands alone in his study. As the city outside settles into night, the gas lamps flicker against the windows, and the sounds of carriage wheels fade into distance. He loosens his collar and allows himself a rare moment of stillness. Today, he has spoken words that will follow him for the rest of his life, blood and iron. Yet tonight, his thoughts are elsewhere, not on cannons or soldiers but on ledgers, trade routes and signatures written in quiet rooms. Bismarck understands something his rivals do not, that nations are not only forged on battlefields, they are bound in habits, in markets, in daily dependence. He knows Prussia cannot yet force Germany together without tearing it apart. So instead, he chooses patience, calculation, and something far less dramatic. Across the German lands, dozens of states exist bound by language and culture, but divided by tariffs, borders, and suspicion. Merchants lose money at every crossing. Farmers watch prices collapse. Craftsmen fear foreign competition. Unity sounds romantic, but survival feels immediate. Bismarck sees the fear and decides to turn it into leverage. The Zollverein, the German customs union, already exists, but it is fragile, uneven, incomplete. Bismarck does not announce reforms. He adjusts them quietly, lowering barriers, smoothing trade, aligning standards. Prussia does not threaten. It invites not with speeches but with prosperity. States that join grow richer. States that refuse fall behind. And resentment begins to work in Prussia's favor. In Munich, in Stuttgart, in Frankfurt, merchants notice the change. Goods move faster. Prices stabilize railways, connect regions that once ignored each other. People begin to think less as Bavarians, Saxons, Hessians, and more as participants in something larger, something practical, something that works. Bismarck watches the numbers, not the crowds. He knows when bread is cheaper and wages steadier. Loyalty follows not to a flag, but to a system. Prussia becomes the center of gravity without firing a shot, and German unity stops being an idea and starts becoming routine. Austria notices too late. It is powerful, proud, but excluded from the Zollverein, and therefore from the future, Bismarck has isolated his rival, not with armies, but with accounting. And when the moment comes, Austria finds itself politically German but economically foreign. For ordinary people, the change feels subtle. A border gate no longer stops a cart, a tax no longer empties a purse. A journey. Once slow becomes reliable, and with each small relief, a larger identity forms, not imposed but absorbed. Bismarck never announces this as a national project. He lets others draw the conclusion themselves. Unity arrives disguised as convenience, cooperation as self-interest when later conflicts come. They land on soil already prepared, already connected, already thinking together. On this quiet night in Berlin, Bismarck closes his ledger and allows himself a thin smile. He knows history will remember battles and speeches, but Germany is already uniting in markets, kitchens, and workshops, and when the nation finally declares itself, it will feel inevitable, not because it was forced, but because it has already been lived.